It is September the 21st, 2021. I'm Andy, and this is the Minorcan Mullet Report from the Golden Ray Rec site, again in the port of Brunswick. But we will take a quick look. This is back out at the site, and really nothing's been going on. Section 5 is still hanging from the VB, and Section 4 is still behind the VB, still in the water. Nothing's been going on out there. It's been kind of idle. Crews have still been out monitoring the site, but it's been kind of slow. That's why we haven't had much of a report going on. All the action has been over in the port, and here we can see the Julie B. If you remember when the Julie B came in, it was fitted with the cradle system that it used when it took the original sections over to Louisiana, and those have been taken off the deck now, and some of those pieces have been retrofitted, kind of cut down, and some pieces added to them to go on the dry dock. Now, this dry dock section is being prepared to receive Section 5. That's a section that's currently hanging from the VB 10,000 in the St.simons sound. Still just those two pieces of the Golden Ray remaining in the sound, and it's just this is going to be a little bit of process. Now, they've got some issues with Section 5. It's obvious. We've seen some kind of bent decks. We know that there's some deformity there with that side of the ship. It's been damaged from the weight and sitting down on that corner for so long. It's been over 2 years now since the ship sank or rolled over in the sound. But here we can see those pieces now, and we know that the ship is going to kind of straddle this section right here. These 6 pieces of cradle that have been put in, and those have been reinforced with some bracing that we've noticed. That's kind of new, but they've been working on this section, trying to get it ready, or working on this dry dock to get it ready for the section. This is really where all the activity has been as far as the actual ship removal, getting this piece prepared. And, you know, with the ship being kind of sunk down in the mud and the silt and the sand, you know, I guess it was just really hard to kind of evaluate the system necessary to put this piece on the dry dock without being able to get it up and take a look at it to kind of understand it. The damage is there, and you know, from folks that we've talked to they're kind of in the industry, they said this was going to happen. This was to totally be expected, that this was going to be an issue. None of these ships that have been salvaged with this large section removal plan with these big pieces has ever been done without bad problems going on at the end with the pieces collapsing or falling apart. And we're kind of seeing that again now. We're seeing the integrity of the Golden Ray is kind of gone away from the weight and maybe the time down in the water. We've seen that side of the ship, that corner of the ship that's being bared all the weight for so long, has it has shown that it is cracking and breaking and buckling, and now it's you know, up to these guys to get it figured out, to get it on the dry dock. Now, over at the sections that are still in Brunswick, it looks like they have been idle as well. We know that they were busy moving cars. We got some good video of that. I think they may have reached the point now that they've gotten what they can. We may see a few more moved out of here, but I wouldn't expect a great number. They've really gotten in there pretty deep, and they're pretty well cleaned out. There was a little activity on the section that is closest to the Pacific horizon. and it looked like there were some crew guys on the opposite end of it. They had a man lift. They're going up there checking something. The only thing we can really think of maybe is they're possibly, you know, that's the section they had that leak on it. Maybe they're checking for if there's still oil on the ship or something like that. But we did see some guys that were working on the opposite day. We don't think those are the guys that are moving the vehicles, the Mars operation, that are moving the cars off of the ship section, simply because all of their equipment is on the opposite end of it. And so we don't think this was their guys. Here we can see they had a man lift right here, and we see a few guys over there. Looks like they had something going on. That's just speculation on our part. But we can see that the Mars equipment was there. The hopper barge is there. They've moved what was on the deck onto the hopper barge, and maybe at a standstill until maybe they move a piece around or something like that. Now, something we did notice over at the port, we've seen the Caitlin being one of the Tradewind tugs. Well, they've got another tug that's in now. This is the Rachel, and she's come in port, and we've seen her kind of helping move around some of these barges back and forth around the port. And so we've got another friend, another tug, and we look forward to seeing Rachel out doing a little pulling and pushing, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you guys some of that video soon enough. But here she is, the Rachel, one of the Tradewind tugs. Well, I wish we had more to show you guys, but again, it's just been kind of slow while the preparations have continued on the dry dock. A critical part of it, we understand that the guys really got to get this thing right to receive Section 5 off of the VB, and we look forward to maybe, hopefully, towards the end of the week or first of next week, seeing them complete that. Maybe we'll get the dry dock out there and be able to get some video from you guys, for you guys of loading of that Section 5. Well, hey, that's going to do it for the report. We're going to ask you, if you haven't done it yet, to click on that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, send us some comments, and most of all, we want everybody in the Minorcan Navy to stay safe out there.